Hi, I'm Warren Craghead, and I'm one of the co-curators of Impera A Divide, which is a show in the Dovey Gallery at the 2nd Street Gallery for March and April 2009. It's a show of comics, really, from around the world. We have artists from Brazil, Portugal, Belgium, Greece, Korea, and the United States. And the way this show originally came about, I was invited to be in a show a year and a half ago for the Amadora Comics Festival, which was just outside Lisbon, Portugal. It was a show put together by my co-curator, Pedro Maura, and they flew me out for this show, and it was such an incredible show, such a great show of comics that blurred the line between fine arts and comics that I really wanted to work with them to try to bring the show to the States. So we worked to get it here. We changed around a couple of the artists, and we got it here, and I really want to thank everyone at 2nd Street Gallery, the staff, the board, and the members that have allowed us to have this space to show this work. Pedro will talk more about some of the big ideas, and I'll just say a couple things about where I see this show coming from as a place where comics can move away from just the traditions of cartooning and into some of the more obscure fields of literary, artistic, fine arts with references to, there's work here with references to Jackson Pollock, to Francis Bacon, to medieval and Renaissance paintings. There's works here that are challenging in terms of not making sense, and for a regular reading, almost like poetry, line by line. The images build up together like poetry does, line by line. And there's all kinds of different techniques, from collage to silkscreen. But one of the things, and I think Pedro will probably talk about this too, that's really important too, is that we have a lot of books on view and for sale, because that's really the final endpoint for all of this work, is a book with the images and the words in sequence that you can sit down and hold yourself, have a one-on-one relationship to, and read. And even though a lot of this work doesn't have words in it, it is meant to be read. And I hope that people coming to see the show or seeing this video online, looking at the images that we have, will see that this work can be read in that way. And I guess that's it, and I'll pass it over to Pedro. And we have one artist here, Andre. I should say this, I also want to thank the Portuguese government. They provided the funds for them to travel from Lisbon to here to Charlottesville, and also they provided funds to help pay for a book which has excerpts of everyone's work, and a great essay by Pedro, which we have for sale at the gallery. So, thanks.
Okay, hi, my name is Pedro Moura. I'm from Portugal, and I'm one of the curators, or I'm the co-curator for Impera Divide, the show we have here. Warren has told you all about the gallery, so I think that I will talk more about the choice and the selection of the artists. As you know, most of the artists, each is from a completely different country. And as you can see by the kind of work that they also do, they're very diverse, very different. So maybe one question that people ask is, well, what is it in common? Well, how come you put together these artists if they have nothing in common? Well, but the thing is, what I find in common is that the fact that they're all doing work within a circle that we can still call comics. I'm not very fond of try to put up different labels to differentiate comics from other kinds of comics, like using sequential art, graphic novel, whatever. It's all comics. It's all a huge, compact language or specific kind of art, mode of expression, you call it what you will. But these people are trying to do within comics a different strand of comics, exploring limits like working with no characters or doing abstract images still within a page composition that you need to read. I think that this makes up a very good constellation, exactly in the sense of constellation being a drawing that puts together objects that are very far away from each other and sometimes of very different, diverse natures, but you make up a drawing with a star. So if I put together these artists and we connect them, you make a constellation, and that constellation, I hope, It's a slightly different idea or a new contemporary attitude towards comics making. And I hope that it means also a different attitude towards comics presenting, comics reading, comics appreciating, and all that. I'm very thankful that this became possible, of course, for both the gallery and the Portuguese government and Fundação Carlos Gulbenkian, who helped us, me and André Lemos, which was the Portuguese artist that is presented in this show, to come over and to do this talk. And anyway, I really hope that this is a first step for many people to appreciate different kinds of comics. There's a lot of people doing this all over the world, and this is just a very small choice. We could choose more 100 artists all over the place, including in the United States. You have a wonderful tradition of very good artists working on the edge of comics making, art comics or whatever. But I hope that this is a good first step for many people. So, thanks.
Okay, hello, I'm André Lemos. I'm from Portugal. I'm an artist, comic books author, illustrator. Well, I do several stuff. I'm also an independent publisher. It's one of the things I do work a lot today. So I'm here at this exhibition with several international authors who work mainly within the comics area, but that try to push the boundaries of comics or work within that sense, more of an artistic approach to comics. I have been doing comics for quite some years now, but I always think that comics could be like a graphic language that could work in a more mature way, more graphically poetic way. That's what I've been trying to do. I'm also really interested in the way of publishing it. So it's important for comics to be published. It's good to see it here in the gallery, but it's important for them to be printed, to be printed in books or silkscreen manner. So it's important. So I've been dealing with that a lot these past years, doing special artist books. There are limited editions, collectible items with a very manual approach to it, so I do it all by hand. So it's something that I really do care and really love to do. I don't know much what to say. I really would like to thank the Second Street Gallery, Pedro and Warren, to make this happen, and I really do hope that people enjoy this and can have an idea that comics can be something else than the normal mainstream things that people are used to see. So I think this is a great opportunity for people to watch great stuff, I think. Okay, thank you.